Yeah, what were you thinking for like your backstory? What was your ideas? What were your ideas?
So, Fenvalor Fentelrad is an earnest, kind soul, I'd say. He's very excitable. I think, high rabbit energy, like that. He enjoyed burying his head in books and talking with all the different creatures around him and trying to figure out all the different cultures. Eventually, one of these books happened to have some spell work in it, and he found that he was quite adept at learning these different spells. And so, as a nice byproduct of going and learning about cultures, he sometimes pops away with some new magic to cast. And there's no, trauma in his backstory. All the family is good. Everything's hanky dory. He's just going on a nice little adventure, and probably that adventure will fuck him up.
It's very possible. My world can be brutal at times. Now,
Let's go.
yeah, yeah. Now, did you say you were born in the Feywild, or were you born in Gaian?
So it seems that all Harengon are born in the Feywild, so he's going to be a Feywild that has left and is now enjoying his time on the world of Gaian and enjoying all the little cultures that are there, especially all the human races. There are so many different places to go and experience. It's so fun, so many different people to learn about.
There are quite a few in the Teruvian Empire. So generally, oh, do we lose someone? Oh, so yeah, generally it's fairly hard to travel between the planes. I'm guessing what's his name? Fen Valor? Is that
Fen Valor, you can just call him Fen.
right? So yeah, I'm guessing Fen probably had some sort of accident to get to the world of Gaian. Is yeah, it's not general that one can just like hop in a planar rift and
Boy,
go from one world to
he
another.
I have a feeling that to get to the beginning of all this curiosity, that he must have fallen through the wrong, I don't know, and ended up in this world or some other world. And through various means, he finds someone to bump him to the next random place, and or this is his first place. I'd say this is his first place. So he fell somehow from the Feywild. He fell into some kind of pit of moss or something and fell through a plane, and there was no way back. He's just here, but luckily he's fine with it. He wanted to go on a large adventure, and somehow here he is on an adventure.
Yeah,
I
Sounds
was
like
thinking
very wild.
maybe like some relative with some power that like, yeah, have fun on your journey, make sure to snack, all that stuff. But it could also be he just tripped into like something, I don't know.
yeah. I mean, there are connections between Gaian and the Feywild in places of particular nature energies. So it's possible he may
Ooh.
have accidentally wandered into a rip in the fabric of reality while it was open, and then become trapped in this new world. It sounds like he is the explorative type, so that would make sense.
Or even one of his relatives knew that every one blah 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 years, this rift is thin enough that if you slam into it, you can pop through, but it's a one-way ticket. So if you really want to go on the adventure, my nephew, grandson, or whatever archetype, go and do this on this night and this night, and then I popped through it, like yeah, and I went to go find the nearest populated area to start. Ooh, okay. Ooh, your flesh. Interesting. Oh, pink skin. Interesting. Oh, weird.
Alright, so he actually did go looking for it then.
Maybe,
Uh,
maybe. Or he was just told about it and he's too young to, be like, okay, no.
yeah, sort of a natural wanderlust thing.
Yeah.
How long do you think he's been in this new world? Like only a little while, like maybe a few years? Has he realized he has to work for a living yet? Or is he like very, very new?
I'd say not more than a month
Oh,
in,
okay,
but
so yes, very new.
definitely like the beginning. Like, oh, money? you know,
What's
he
all this
probably
about?
is like trying to
Just
figure out like how to survive at this point, other than just like foraging, which he's probably good at, but like you know,
Does he have any survival skills to survive out in the wilds,
let's take a look.
like
What did I
proficiency?
come up with? What did I come up with?
I'm guessing no, because wizards don't generally have that.
Yeah, no, he's yeah, no.
All
Nope.
right. Uh,
Oh wait, no, he does a +3 in nature. It's well, that's not quite what you need. Yeah, yeah. No, his survival is a 0.
okay.
feel like
Uh,
you could do some stuff with nature. Like, oh, those mushrooms don't look poisonous.
Oh yeah, oh, and just like figure it out that way.
all right.
I mean, if this is the beginning, this might be like he might have had some times where he's interacted with plant life, and it's like, oh, hi, sir.
Yeah.
Hello. Like doesn't really know what he's doing for a bit.
Now,
Hungry.
have you watched any of the videos or listened to any of the stuff on what's been going on in the game? Like read any of the journals?
What? I could. Where do we find that?
So under journal in the Discord, I don't know if did you post last week, Ballas? I don't see it here.
I think the last person to do it was Resin, and then after that, that's when everybody kind of, was off for a game. And then you and I just talked, and then after that, everybody just kind of dropped, and we've been trying to figure it out since.
Yeah.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, the last person to do it was Resin, and before him, it was me.
Sewers.
'Cause that's when we fought both the ogres, and I'm pretty sure that was our last session.
Chest is found. Shinies is what the two bodies.
Oh, so is the journal up to date?
I think it's up to date for every session we've played.
Okay. Weird. Then my thing might be off then. So it might be your turn this week to scribe if that's the case. Though I am not having much luck with Guar, our third player. I don't see him online, so that could be an issue. But yeah, there's some information on what's happened within the game. It's not too much because this game just started up a little while ago. Two of our players had some scheduling conflicts. One of them had to go in for surgery, and the other one,
Yeah.
I think, had some real life stuff that he said he'd be out for about a month or two. So, yeah, we're sort of kind of just getting started with the storyline and in the middle of things. But basically, there's been some sort of attack on one of the border towns of the Empire, the town of Char in the Teruvian Empire. Apparently, has been under assault by some unknown assailants that seem much more powerful than normal bandits should be. The group managed to help fight their way through a blockade to get a bunch of supplies into town. And since they've been sort of looking into what's going on here and trying to help clear out some of the bandits that have been plaguing this area, is kind of the general synopsis. I think last game, what was it? You all heard of? Was it you heard of an attack, or you got some information on a abandoned farm like outside the town that you want to go check out?
Well,
Let me,
we had
let
a
me
bunch of
check my notes.
maps, and we just decided to check the point on the map that was the closest, and that's where we found the two ogres.
Yeah, that's right. You had a pretty big battle, but you managed to defeat them, and yeah, you were looking into some of the markings on these maps as possible bandit bases and outposts. Where the because they're basically there's like a walled area of Char. In fact, I can bring up the map. So this is kind of the Empire map in general.
Oh.
This is Char, where the group is now. The group kind of started over in Highguard here, and yeah, went to Char, which is where they were attacked. The actual town of Char is here. The group is not currently at the inn. They left the town. But this is kind of the town. It has like a wooden wall around the outside of it. And while there are some farms in the town itself, the surrounding countryside also has a bunch of farms that help kind of feed the people of the area. And when the siege happened, most of those farms were sacked and destroyed or looted. But yeah, the group decided to go out because they thought one of the farms was being used as a base of operations for the. Did you find out the name of these people yet?
Iron Tide.
Okay, so you did. Yeah, apparently this is a mercenary group doing this, not just a bandit group, like an actual organized kind of mercenary group of a bunch of hobgoblins, orcs, humans, and other such people from the Nazic Empire. So yeah, the group went out to look into what was going on. They found some ogres that were at one of these farms. They weren't sure if they were with the Iron Tide or not, but the ogres were hostile. Got into a fight with the group, and that's kind of where we ended. So that's where we are at now. Your rabbit, I'm assuming, is going to be, what's the race actually called? Sorry.
A Harengan.
Haringan, yes, the Haringan. You are probably within Char. You've probably been here for a bit, probably before the siege started. Magic users are not common. Definitely in the frontier areas, but in the world in general, magic is mostly feared. And actually, in the Teruvian Empire, it is supposed to be regulated by a group known as the Phoenix Guild. So, being from the Feywild, I doubt you would have had any time to get registered or anything like that.
Mm-hmm.
So, you may have found out in the beginning that doing magic definitely freaks people out. So, I don't know if you've been more like discreet about it, or if you just do it anyway. I'm not sure what type of personality you have, but yeah, I'm figuring you are probably living within Char. Do you think you would have gotten involved with what's happening, like in terms of trying to help the people, or would you just kind of kept to yourself if this started happening in the town, like doing your own thing? What do you think?
If Fen saw some kids in trouble, he'd probably hop in. But if it's so far just regular humanoid-looking things, he's probably a bit afraid, hiding for now, and trying to figure out like how he can get to normalcy a little bit because his adventure is already getting a little bit dark.
All right, so
Hiding in the
he,
hills.
yeah, just hide
That's
in the
true.
hills somewhere. Uh, so he is more averse to like heroics and the hero's life. He more just wants to explore.
For now, he's just he came in all like excited with childish scholarly energy, like, oh, I'm going to learn so much, and then the real world.
Yeah, the real world happened, as is the
Yeah,
case for many folk. Um,
yeah.
does the group have a name yet? I think
We
we were
we
discussing it.
we had a couple ideas. Uh, the Guar brothers. I think no, that was my idea. The Guar. I suggested the Guarriors. I would have been okay with being like a
Warriors.
like honorary
Warriors
brother.
sounds like a punk, like a metal band. The Warriors.
Yeah.
Um,
But I think for now we
War.
haven't really settled on anything.
Yeah, and we don't have to yet. The town has been calling you the heroes of Char, and you probably would have heard of them, Fen, because they were a pretty big deal when they got the supplies in. The town was running very low on food, and they managed to get
Oh,
past
yeah.
the blockade. And since then,
I've
you. Or go
I've
ahead.
heard of heroes. I'm definitely interested in finding out about that. What are heroes? I'd like to heroes. Okay, that sounds like something that can help me and keep me fed and plenty of adventures. Okay.
Yeah. I guess I mean, the Feywild in general is a pretty dangerous place. I don't know if they have heroic types there. They probably have something akin to that, but yeah, you would probably take interest in these mysterious adventurers from the south. You also probably
Pretty
heard.
noticeable too.
Yes, you're a month into this. You are very used to seeing humans. Humans are not as used to seeing you, and you still get weird looks from time to time. As like this town is like 90% human with like two dwarves who live here. But yeah, this group of heroes got these supplies in. They were kind of, I think, kind of standoffish at first. They didn't talk much, but then they also went out to stop or save some villagers who were at a nearby farm who had not evacuated, and got them back to town safely. So right now they're blowing up here. Like everyone is very much a fan of the heroes of Char. So that might be a good entry point for you.
And all
I
the
actually just
entertainers.
realized you reminded me about some stuff, so sorry. I was making this character very late at night when I was editing him. He has had enough time to be here in this world to learn the languages of a goblin,
Mm-hmm.
a dwarf, and I think, let's see, I don't, what the hell did I put down here? Languages. Where are you? Adept linguist.
Yeah, I think wizards
Nature.
in general have a high intelligence, so I imagine you have quite a few language proficiencies.
I also took the anthropologist background because of my curiosity with all these new things. So I'm
Oh,
able
okay.
to, yeah, take on languages very easily with the adept linguist. But
Yeah.
where heck are the
Another thing
knowledge?
about the Feywild, isn't there like a
Oh, there we go.
large
Oh,
civilization of elves, or is it like an elven kingdom? Am I tripping on that?
They have Eladrin there, which are kind of like they're like elves, but they're a lot more like if you thought elves were like high and mighty. Eladrin are kind of like that. Some are very chaotic though. There's a kind of different depending on what season they are, because they have different seasons of Eladrin who look different. But yeah, the Feywild is a very chaotic and dangerous place, depending on where you are in it.
I would fully
so
believe that you found a way into their kingdom, or maybe you were there and maybe you
yeah,
studied, and that's how you got those languages. I could see that
honestly,
very
that
much so being a
that
possibility.
makes sense. Yeah, because I know four languages: Common, Dwarvish, Elvish, and Goblin. Which I think Goblin might be like when I landed in Gaia. That's when I picked up Goblin.
Well, and yeah, you said you were very excited to go to this new world, so maybe you
Oh yeah.
just like studied like crazy like a few years before like planning this trip, learning all these languages. That would make a lot of sense. And
Well, I like that. I like that.
yeah, maybe you picked up Goblin when you came. But
I am ready to sit.
yeah,
Oh, that's cute. I like that.
yeah, there's definitely the party would definitely well, I assume they'd be interested in someone who could use magic, because again, that is a rare thing. So that might also be a good hook to bring you in. Um,
Back. Boom.
how I guess
So
or go ahead.
I don't know if you looked at the character sheet I put up. Hold on, let's see.
I did. I
But
even
I've
made you a
chosen.
token.
Oh, you did. Yeah. All right. So you know what I got planned.
Yeah,
Ooh, so I'm giving my my spell casting focus is like a wand, but I've did I put it in the description? I don't know. I don't know. It's like a dagger that has like a red ruby jewel in it, and my spell book has a dragon's eye on the front. So when it awakens, that's gonna be fun.
oh, curse
Yeah,
spellbook.
no, a spell book with a lot of pride.
Spellbook with a personality could be interesting.
No, well,
All right.
that's gonna be fun. Ooh, pop it all into there. Anything else I'm missing? Oh yeah, I told you about the thing, and I'm planning on anytime I do like, well, actually not anytime, but like I'll be flavoring spells but keeping them mechanically the same. Like even if it's like a bunch of daggers around, and if it's like an insect swarm, it's supposed to be an insect swarm. It'll do the same as the insect swarm will do. I'll just make it look like it's a bunch of daggers.
All right, yeah, that's fine. So one idea, another thing I thought of is that there is someone in town who is a ex Phoenix Guild member who used to be a professor at the Phoenix Guild who knows a lot about magic. Is kind of a sweet old man and has probably tried to help you.
Ooh,
Someone called Doru.
Robu.
So that would be at least a good contact for you. I don't think the group has met him yet. He's
We have
generally in the
not.
market selling herbs and sometimes like magic components and potions. He's kind of a like a master alchemist, but he's kind of retired here. So he might be someone who you bumped into when you first got here, who kind of told you about the magic prohibitions and to be careful about how you use your powers. Not that there are they're called what are they called? They're called Crimson Blade, the militant arm of the Phoenix Guild that enforces magic restrictions. They don't generally come this far to the edge of the empires. They more protect like the big cities and the nobility. But he says if you do too much magic, they might come here to try to get you if someone reports you and they feel you're a threat, which is unlikely to happen. But he just thought he'd let you know.
Okay, so I know of the stuff. Okay, good.
Yeah, so you do know of that danger. What do you think you would have been doing for money since you've gotten here?
Let's see. Ooh, what that down? Cultural chameleon, adept linguist.
I mean, magic users can make a lot of money working for the right noble families, but in Char, they're well. I guess there's Blackwater, but he has more been hiring mercenaries to get ready to go on some sort of venture. I don't know if you'd be interested in working for him.
And if I've been there long enough, I could have picked up on like that mastiff. Okay, that could work.
Maybe you
Okay,
were
I'm under the
thinking
work.
about it, although yeah, maybe you were thinking about it. Maybe like Doru was helping you get settled. You could have been helping him like gather herbs for his potion crafting. He'd like give you a place to stay for the time being. That might be a good
Mm,
explanation.
seems I'm good with stealth, sleight of hand, religion,
Do you have
perception.
alchemy or arcana training?
I got +5 in Arcana, so I think so.
Okay, so yeah, you were probably helping him with some of his potion craft and magical pursuits. That would make sense. And in exchange, maybe he's been giving you room and board for the time being.
This is Doru still, or are we at Blackwater?
No, this is probably Doru. I was thinking about
Doru.
having Blackwater, but at this point in the story,
Yeah,
I don't know if you'd have the skills he needs, so that might not work.
perfect. Doru Swiftman.
Yeah, his buddy of yours. All right.
Thanks. Yeah.
Yeah, I think we have a good idea of your starting and how we can bring you in.
Ooh, I'll
We
write this down.
yeah,
Sure.
we are still missing our third player.
Yeah.
So I don't know. We might want to hold off for now. Maybe I don't know. What do you two think? Or you think do you want to try to do something with just the two of you, or do you think maybe we should just wait till next week to get going?
I mean, the idea I kind of had earlier. I mean, I was gonna mention it, and then you started talking about character. I want to let you guys get through that.
Yeah.
Maybe he new scrap at some point, and you could do a little prequel thing there.
Oh, like
I don't know.
met up with you before all this somewhere when he first came here?
Ooh.
Yeah, and then maybe that's why he joins. That could be his real interest in joining is see someone he recognizes, and
If
you could do a little
that's
prequel thing with just the two of us. But that's up to you, in my opinion.
Well, if that's the case, he probably would have been here for more than a month because I don't think he would have met you within a month of coming here.
Fair.
Because aren't you, you're from the swamps, right?
I'm from the swamps, but ended up working in a guild, and he just has been working for as a blacksmith for just a period of time wherever he's needed.
Hmm. So like a prequel
And he's
story with the
also
two
like
of you.
right around when he would have joined the caravan, and that's when the adventure would have started. He was doing mercenary work because he wasn't finding as much work as he used to as a blacksmith.
Hmm. Do I have something I could do like that? The other issue is you would probably have been level 1 for that. So then we might have to figure out going down a level, which might be kind of a pain to have to de-level. Um, prequel.
Fair point.
Mhm.
Maybe I guess if the portal had been somewhere in the swamps, maybe you could have met him very briefly, and then he left heading north. But yeah, I would almost think that he would probably have been here at least several months, because there'd be a lot of travel involved in that.
Fair.
Give you guys some kind of connection. Are you talking more like an RP thing today, like doing some combat? What were you thinking?
I mean, honestly, I mostly brought up the prequel thing just so we could, have whatever kind of adventure you want to do for now, and it could be tied into the story, and it wouldn't be like conflicting with anything.
Yeah.
However you want to do it's cool with me. I'm not very picky.
Well, how would you two feel about playing multiple characters in combat? Not necessarily RP, but just like for a battle.
What's that?
All right. Because we can maybe. Let me just look at my notes here.
I would say Fen was in Gaian for a week before, finding Doru and getting help.
Yeah. Alright, well. I mean, I could possibly even just continue the story here. If you, like I said, if you didn't mind playing a couple of your party members if there was a battle. I assume that the group wanted to keep looking into all this, or look into some of these locations on the map, right?
Yeah. We're
Now,
also we're also trying to make good on like all three of the promises we ended up making with three different people for the same thing.
let me see.
Because there was the chick with the bow and arrow who gave us the one map we found. Well, and then there was Blackwater,
Bow and
and
arrow.
all three of them want to like. I don't know why I'm thinking of her. She was like kind of like a huntress. She was like a criminal. It
Oh,
was odd that she was in Char. Maybe she was. I think you said something about her possibly being there before the bandits came in. trapped everybody there, something like that. So I think our goal was to figure out where the camp was by going to all three of the points on the map and to take out the bandits and come back to Char.
All right, I think you're talking about Cithril. She
Yes,
was
Cithril.
the head of the Blood Hand, and yeah, it was
Yep.
strange as her organization wouldn't usually be in like a backwater place like this, because they're more of like a big city mafia type group, which was another kind of
Yeah, I
weird thing.
remember that.
Oh,
More.
oh,
No,
go
go
ahead.
ahead. Okay, I'm thinking something. Sorry, I had a thought, then I remembered that was for something different. I was thinking of the dwarven building I noticed in Char randomly.
Yeah. Now, did you all explore the farm yet, or did we end before you looked around?
I think we ended right as combat ended.
Okay.
We sent Robin to go and get um, a, a group of guards
Oh, right.
so they could bring back caravans for any supplies I think we did end up finding some supplies. I'm just not remembering what we did find.
Okay, let me. Yeah, according to my notes, you found some stuff in the barn that looked like it had been stolen from other farms, and they were kind of using this place as a depot to like store all the stuff that they had found in the other farms they raided. All right, well that might
Yeah,
work
wasn't
then.
it like mostly dried foods and stuff?
Yeah, food, supplies, like seeds, some of the crops, but yeah, it was a lot of food basically, with some supplies here and there. All right, well, yeah, I forgot you had sent Robin back, so that might work then.
If you don't mind me real quick, I have to use the restroom real quick, and then when I come back, I should be good.
Yeah, sure, we can give you a little restroom break. So it is the 90th of summer at 11 a.m. It's the current date and time. Did you have any questions, Fen, or is everything making sense right now?
Not only is it making sense, but I'm thoroughly excited by seeing all these characters pop up on screen as you're saying them. I'm like, yep, 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 yep. I've signed up for the right one. This is good. This is good.
Yeah,
Fiddling with my dice so much now that I was muting, going like, no, okay, just getting ready.
yeah. I hope you enjoy it. I'm just a little worried our guy didn't show up today. He didn't even say anything, and that's not usually like him.
Yeah, that's a bit scary. Uh,
But let me take a moment to just check on my pup as well, since he went to the restroom. I'll be right back.
bro.
All right, you back, Scrap.
Sir.
No.
So, yeah, we can say maybe a couple of hours passed since Robin left, and he would probably have come back with the town guard. Now, do you think, Fen, do you think you would have been interested in volunteering to help as you maybe wanted to meet these heroes of Char?
Absolutely.
All right, so that might be a good intro for you then. So yeah, you would see this group of guards come down the road. They have their people with crossbows keeping an eye out, and with them you would see a strange-looking being who I don't think anyone would have seen anyone like this before. What would you look like to Scrap and the rest of them?
I'd say my hood would probably be up, but I may. In the face, you'd see these whiskers popping out of the hood and these small red eyes poking through white/brown fur, and a little pink scarf coming from around the tuft of his neck.
All right, any particular symbols that you have that they might recognize, or you mostly kind of just look like you have common clothes on?
They'd notice I have a red cloak, but other than that, I'd be keeping my dagger with the jewel and the spell book stashed away.
Okay. And what would Scrap? What would you look like to him?
Right. You would see like the most janky little kobold of your life. His eyes huge and beady, his scales kind of a bronze color. Obviously, he's wearing like just clothes that are stitched together to fit him in his proportions. You'd have just random little metal trinkets hanging all over his body, a wrench that's about half the size of his body just on his back, along with a giant sack full of just random crap, and a little homemade helmet on top, and like little metal gears just kind of on his tail. And other than that, he just looks like a beady-eyed little shit.
All right. Also,
Awesome.
also with them, you would see a group of orcs. Uh, One, or actually, I think two, who are fairly armored, and one goblin who is just kind of sitting there staring at you with his arms crossed. So as the guards come down the road, one of them comes up to the group and he says, "Thank you again, heroes of Char. Let me get some of the supplies ready for travel. We'll get them back to the town as soon as we can. We have a lot of people in need. You've done us a great service by freeing this place from the bandits. Oh, and this is Fen," he says, motioning to the unique looking individual that's with them. He says he was interested in possibly helping you. He's well, actually, I don't know much about him, but he's been in town for a couple of weeks now. Friend of Doru's, really nice old guy. And he says,
Kind
"You
of
you have some magical abilities, don't you, Fen?"
And I whip off my hood and my large rabbit ears for that. Why, yes, finally. True adventurers. Heroes, you call them. So interesting how you people speak. Oh, you little one, you move. Little scrapper, what's your name?
crap. I blow
King.
shit up.
Oh, you and I might have the same tendency, my friend. I too like to set things ablaze at times. Magic is quite fun. I cannot wait to see which spells you lot have come up with.
Give me an Arcana check. Actually, you might know something.
Let's go. First roll. I'm sorry.
Oh, that's fine.
Oh, and one thing you would notice, there would be like a little flying dragon, like clockwork dragon flying above Scrap's head.
Oh, ooh, this is intriguing as well. See the roll.
So if you just click on Arcana on your sheet, it should roll it in the
Ooh.
chat.
Oh, I've been using physical dice, but I can just click on the sheet too. Let's click on the sheet. I'll just roll the die and not look at it, and then click the button. There we go. That satisfies my brain. Oh, nice. That's a lot higher. Cool.
Right. So even though he looks very odd and almost nonsensical in the things he's wearing, you'd probably recognize several of Scrap's implements as being those of an artificer. You don't know too much about the details, but you know that artificers do deal in a very unique form of magic, and are very powerful. Very rare, too. You don't see them often.
Well, isn't this intriguing? Oh, the mechanisms. Yes, you imbue them with such interesting power. Okay. Oh, I see. You are quite skilled, little one.
I spit on things and they work.
I
Yeah.
love your whimsy.
He sure does. Name's Groll Guar, and the big orc with a bunch of armor on sticks his hand out to shake yours.
Ooh. Hello. You're quite large. Nice shield. The tapestry. You're strong. How hard can you hit things? I cannot wait to see you.
He says, "Oh, I crush things very good, and yep, shield's good at stopping things from crushing me. All good." He says, "And my god helps me when I need to call upon his energies to smite my foes."
God, you say, imbues you with power. I've heard of such things, but I've never seen it myself. And gods. Interesting. Quite interesting. Thank you. Nice to meet you too. I'm Fen.
This is Groll. This is Guar. He looks like he's a short one, but he can definitely hold his own in battle. I just saw him rip an ogre's throat out with his mouth.
My.
And the goblin just nods at you.
I was gonna say, and I stabbed one in the butt cheek. It fell.
That was a good shot.
Ooh. I love it. I've never faced against anything quite that large, but if someone your size and well, you, I'd expect, but if you lot can take on these kind of creatures, I think I found the right group. Hero.
This is and you're some kind of magic user?
Mm-hmm. Yes. And I appear my spellbook in front of me and whip out my little dagger with the jewel. With these two, I can learn so many things. I only thought I would be reading stories, but guess what? Books hold some power too, you know. I will help you as best I can, but I must say I'm more curious to learn about this big fellow right here. How your mind works.
Who are you gesturing to?
Ooh. Sorry, the larger Grulguar.
Oh, Grulguar. He nods. He says, well, mostly just stand in front, keep you all alive, while you all do your thing to keep me alive. That's how we function. But I don't know. Scrap, he says, I know that you do magic, and for me, if we want to test a new warrior, we just sort of give him some wooden weapons and see how well he does. How do you test a magic user to see how skilled one is?
Throw him in battle. If he dies, he's not good enough.
Says, trial by fire. Like it.
Trial by fire. Okay, I will do my best.
He says, yeah, you'll probably be fine. Just stand behind the big armored guys. That's how it's been working so far. He says, I'm actually more used to working in a unit back in my days in the military training, but this has been a new experience for me. So far, it's been working. So at this point, one of the guards kind of runs over and says, I think we have most of the stuff ready to move back to the town. Are you coming with us, or are you all staying out here to keep an eye on things or look into anything else?
I'm gonna look at my character sheet real quick, just see if I like expended any spell slots.
Okay.
If we're gonna go into another battle, I want to know if I'm. I'm in my hit point max and spells. I used one spell, I think.
Should probably still good. Oh, and I just realized Grohl's character sheet is D&D Beyond, so I probably can't use him. Wait, is he? Oh no. Never mind, I was lying. I think his character sheet is here. I was just looking at
Yeah,
the
I
wrong
think he
part of it.
switched to this to make it easier.
Do you have a preference on which of your group you want to play as?
Not really. Whoever you want me to play as, I'll play.
Let's do Gruul. Well, do you have a preference between Gruul or Elite, the warrior?
I mean, I've never played a cleric before, and I know more about fighters, so.
Alright, we should probably have you do Elite then, because spellcasters are definitely a bit of a hassle to play if you haven't done them before. So I will...
I mean, I'm playing Artificer right now. It's just I've never specifically played cleric, so.
Yeah, and that's a whole other spell set.
My bad. Didn't know that was a button.
Alright, so... Yeah, that's how you link your abilities if you're using them. Alright, so you should have access to Elite. I'll say, yeah, just for sake of ease, we'll have you use him. So yeah, does the group want to keep looking into these markings? Do you want to go back to town for now and try to rest? What do you want to do? There is still that crypt nearby. The one that the note said they were avoiding.
This might be a dumb idea, but we could roll a d4. If it's odd, we go. If it's even, we don't.
Yeah, you're kind
cool
of...
with that, we can...
I know Scrap is not usually the leader of the group, but since you're, the only person here, I think it would be best if like you two make the decision, because I don't want to be leading you as NPCs.
Fair. No, Scrap will take the reins for a little bit until we get more players or people start to come back.
Yeah, well, I'm
Scrap's
hoping.
gonna...
I'm guessing that. What's his name? Our player who's missing today is just had something come up. I hope he's going to come back. He hasn't said anything to me. So.
Scrap's gonna look at Fen and say, "Trial by fire, crypt."
Alrighty then.
Elite nods and says, "Alright, so do we look into this crypt, or do you need to head back, Scrap? How's your magic?"
Well, I used a spell slot, but I think I'll be fine. Or I used half my power, but it's alright. We'll be okay.
He nods and says, "Alright. So is that the decision then? To go and look into the crypt?"
Because why not?
Alright, give me one moment. So you have a map to the crypt area. So the guards get the wagons, get all these supplies, and start making their way back to the town. The captain tells you, just be careful. There are still bandits in the area as far as we know.
Can I see through my homunculus's eyes, or is that only a familiar thing?
I think it's a familiar thing. But, I mean, I could be wrong. I don't have your homunculus's description in front of me.
It doesn't say anywhere on its description that it has that ability, but I think it can follow simple commands. Do you think I can have it fly over the path and then just fly back if it sees anything?
Fly over the
That
path.
might be a threat.
You mean path back to town?
No, the path towards the crypt. Like, just fly over
Oh,
there and
well,
then immediately turn back if it sees what it could comprehend as an enemy.
so you're not actually sure where the crypt is. You have a map to get there, but you'll probably have to do some pathfinding slash survival to find it. Because there isn't actually a path going there. It's just somewhere in the woods.
Elite does not have good survival, and do I
Oh,
have any survival? No.
I think it was Guar who had survival. Let me check. No, not Guar. Who is it? Does anyone have it?
Robin did. Because he had Jack of all trades.
Alright. Sure. So Robin is still with you. Really? Was he the best survivalist? Oh yeah, I think we didn't really have a good survival person. Yeah, alright. So he has about the same as Guar. So I'll say the two of them work together to try to read the map and lead the group through. Alright, so luckily Robin is doing a pretty good job as the group is making their way through the woods. Let's see if anything happens. Oh. Alright, so Robin, it's been about an hour. Robin's kind of looking at the map, looking at the path. He says, we should be close. What are your passive perceptions, Scrap and Fen?
Mine is 9.
Oh.
Elites, if you want to know it, I can't find it. I shouldn't have minimized it. His is 12.
Okay.
Mine's only giving me passive wisdom of 12.
Alright, so as you're walking through the brush, Elite and Fen, I guess, yeah, Fen, you would hear something moving in the woods up ahead.
There's something there. I hope it's not big. There's some ruffling in that direction.
Elite stops. He says, yeah, I hear it too. Robin looks up from his map. Is he sure? I don't hear anything.
Cap's gonna like put his finger in his ear and try to pull anything out and be like, there's a screw in there, but I don't hear anything else.
Alright, maybe we should try to approach cautiously. Or should we just rush up and see what it is, or avoid it? And he, I guess, looks to Scrap, because you're the only PC right now. What does the group want to do?
We could light the forest on fire and pray it runs away.
Oh, Lord, and that much destruction. It's so needless. I say we try to avoid it. We sneak around it, or at least try to get behind it.
Elite says, now, if there is something dangerous in the woods, then we might want to deal with it before the town has to. That would be my vote
point.
anyway.
So Scrap's gonna look up at Elite and Fen and say, do you have any idea how far away the ruffling was?
Give me an active perception check, Ben.
No, right. I'm going to grab my die and roll it in my hand and then click the button. That work?
17. Good roll. It sounds like there might be a couple of somethings, and it sounds like they are approaching. Whatever it is moving slowly, and it may have heard the group already.
Would you say they're within a 10-foot radius of where Scrap is standing?
Within 10 feet of you? No, not that. You would know if they were in 10 feet of you.
Okay.
You would. That would be like this isn't like The Walking Dead where they just jump on camera. Blah, what the? Yeah.
Well, if
but
they're
yeah.
like sneaky.
No, they don't now. In fact, now you are starting to hear something as well, and
All right. I have Plan A and Plan B. Let's talk about this real quick then.
And as
Either we
you
bolt or
are
fight.
discussing the plan, what
Oh,
looks like a rotting group of humanoids, speaking of zombies, come moving through the trees ahead of you. Lead says, Gods, draws his weapon. So, let's see. Fen. Oh, right. Do you have dark vision? It's daytime. It doesn't matter. But for your token, should I be giving you dark vision?
I'm pretty sure. Let me check just in case.
I don't think you do.
Isn't that interesting? I don't think I do. No dark vision, but I'm a freaking rabbit.
Rabbits can't see in the dark.
there you go. No dark vision.
They hide in
They're
their
not
holes
nocturnal.
at night. So go ahead. I'll pull out Scrap, but go ahead and pull out Elite and put him where he'd be standing as the zombies come moving through the trees up ahead.
Not seen up there.
Oh, and sorry, give me initiative rolls, please. Make sure you click on your token and then click the initiative button, and that'll record your initiative roll.
Oh, I'm on the iPad and there's an init button. Can I click that?
Yes, I believe that is the one you want to click on. You just have to make sure your token's highlighted so it saves the initiative to your token.
That one was Elite. Now let's do Scrap.
Oh, it's taking a lot to load onto the screen. I'm still not on there yet, but I'll click init.
You have to make sure you have your token highlighted or it won't save it to your token.
Where is my homunculus?
Where?
Da, da, da,
Where is
da. There it is.
Where are you? Where are you?
Dink. Why is it okay.
Why is what?
I edited the. It's just the token does something dumb when it displays its health. I fixed it earlier, but then it just auto reset to whatever that is.
Oh, like it's square, you mean?
No, it's like plus and then your.
Oh, so... Here, let me look at the token really quick. See if I can figure out what's going on.
My map isn't loading in yet. I even just refreshed and it's still not going. What's up?
What are you using? Like a iPad or something?
Yep.
Yeah, I guess you could try refreshing again.
Launch game.
Alright, that should have fixed the HP. You definitely have to have see the battle mat, or else you couldn't do the combat here.
Maybe I should go to I have a PC downstairs. It is warm enough now to go to the garage. Well, when I have to turn that on, do all that stuff, I'll be still on Discord. Oh, but the Wi-Fi not even be working down there right now. No!
Ironing out the kinks. Is it still not loading up for you?
Yeah. Just close it.
I do remember other people having issues with Roll20 and like iPads and tablets, so that could be it.
Luckily I did just put all the dice in this zipper thing, but I just zip this up and go on the moon. Right, unplug this.
Zombies actually have a dex of 4.
They do.
Oh, I have a camera down there. I can point the camera at the dice. I don't know. I get it. It's too much to do dice on my. How do I get the Wi-Fi down there? Let's go. Come on, boys. Joel.
Okay, so you are gonna head down and try the PC.
Yeah, it was just not working. I refreshed the whole thing. Didn't work.
All right, let me give you a minute then. Let's do like a little break while you're doing that. So like 5 minutes or so, in case
Perfect.
anyone wants to use the restroom or anything.
I'll go on mute.
All right, how's it going?
Good.
It's going good. For it to load in on the PC, actually surprised that.
I gave your homunculus a circular token just because it was triggering my OCD a little.
Good with that.
Did you say the map is loading up for you now?
Yeah, that's it. Okay, that's in. Here.
Uh-oh, did we lose you? If you're talking, I don't hear you. You sounded a little robotic, now I don't
Hello?
hear you. Oh, yeah, I heard that.
Yeah. This ain't working down here either.
It's not enough internet signal or something.
Oh, 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 oh. Mm. Yeah. I'm going back up.
Do you have like a laptop maybe you could try?
Hello, can you hear me? Hello?
Yeah, I can hear you. Yeah.
Yeah, it's even worse down here because the Wi-Fi's bad. Head back up. So sorry, this is rough.
I mean, being honest, I can hear you clearer right now than I've been able to for a little bit.
Yeah, because I turned the PC off. The Wi-Fi is so awful in here. I'm in the garage right now.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, do you have like so do you have anything else you could try besides the tablet, or is that it?
There's some more stuff that's just a little bit in those rooms, but it's okay. I can go over there.
Alright. That's fine. It's getting all the technical stuff worked out can be part of it sometimes.
Yeah. Come on, boys. We've got pups over here.
Yeah, I as well kind of miss rolling real dice. Although I will say that the macros on Roll20 do speed up a lot of the game stuff.
The dice rolling process.
I don't know if I'd call them exactly random, but it resembles random, so it's usable. Like
I'll say this: it's.
Go ahead.
I was just gonna say it can definitely screw you, and sometimes it won't. So I feel like it's a good balance.
I've never seen, like, in my 20-something years of DMing, I think I've rolled triple 20s, like, twice. And on Roll20, it's happened, like, double-digit times. So, I don't know how random that actually is.
Well, that's nice. Yay. We'll survive.
But that also means our enemies can roll those triple d20s, so we might not survive very long.
Oh.
It doesn't happen that often, but I have seen a battle suddenly turn from under control to oh my god, we're all gonna die. With some of the monster crits, and the opposite too. Players suddenly critting like 3 times in a row.
This computer's turning on. It's just gonna take a bit because it's real old, but it's like it's here in the peak Wi-Fi, and it's like a full computer. It's like an old iMac by like 10 years, but it'll work.
Oh, it's Roll20, so it's not too graphic intensive.
No.
You know, I say that, but my computer that's like a year old sometimes like lags when I'm using the lighting stuff on here. I have no idea how they do it. Like I can run Cyberpunk just fine, but Roll20 lags me. It's very very odd.
That's funny. All right, let's see.
Those graphic intensive token site.
This works better on Chrome, right?
In theory, Chrome or Firefox, according to developers, is the best. I actually use Opera because I found it's smoother.
I use an HP laptop, and I haven't had any issues with Roll20.
No, then it might actually just be just my Wi-Fi then. Actually,
I have really crappy Wi-Fi, and my Wi-Fi mostly screws with my Discord, not my Roll20.
I'm up here in the mountains. In the mountains.
Technology is a mystery.
I'm in the Great Plains, so
I'm in Washington. We have pretty good internet here.
Pretty good. Gotta open up.
we're getting better internet out here. Gateway fiber is starting to make its way to where I am. My dad got it. It works pretty well.
It's kind of sad compared to like a bunch of the Eastern countries who have ridiculously good Wi-Fi. The U.S. is still really lagging behind.
No. America.
America.
Fuck yeah. Coming again to save the motherfucking day, yeah.
Exactly.
Oh, walk out of this computer.
We definitely have our faults, but
no. Touch is the way. Oof. Man, technical difficulties are the freaking worst. Why won't this just open up? Come on. Go. Open.
Roll20, you mean?
Nope, just Chrome.
Oh, Chrome.
It's, taking a while to come to life.
it's alive.
It's alive.
Maybe it's trying to update itself or something.
Oh,
It's trying to catch a bolt of lightning to Frankenstein itself.
there we go. Now it's open. Load. I spoke too soon.
I feel like most people know Frankenstein's name wasn't actually Frankenstein, but it was just Creature the whole time. He didn't even get a proper name.
No. Poor thing.
Dr.
You almost feel for him until he rapes and murders Mrs. Frankenstein. Or the
He did not rape her.
Oh, yeah,
He had sex with her dead corpse in front of him.
That was after he raped her and killed her.
Frankenstein.
Okay, I think you're right.
Yeah. I forgot that second part though. That one I locked in a part of my brain. Like, oh, don't think about that second part. Oh, God, what a fucked up story. Roll.
He was nice for a little bit until they made him not nice.
No. Humanity is the real monster. Ah, I'm not immortal. No. Sign in. Okay, I'll have to do all this again. God dang it. Oh, perfect. Yes. Yes, save my password. Do it. Full screen. Come on, come on, come on, come on, come on. Just work. Just work. I want to play.
So
Oh,
close.
I hate technology. I love it. It makes things so convenient. Oh, if
It
it would
works when it's, not necessarily needed, and then
Yep.
shits itself when it's absolutely needed.
Yep.
That's how it was at work yesterday. One of the card readers just decided to shit itself in the middle of a rush.
Oh no. Ugh. That's a fucking nightmare.
Yep, so it was either cash or we had to put in all their credit card information manually. And I happened to be the guy who was working front counter yesterday, so that wasn't fun.
Oh. Oh my god, what do you mean login attempt failed?
Uh-oh. To what, roll 20?
Yeah, I think it's just putting in the wrong password on my phone. Oh, man, every time when it's like, now we play and it's like limited time, that's exactly when all my tech decides to go kaput. Doesn't matter if it's computer, if it's a PlayStation, everything just gets screwed when it's like precious time.
Well, hopefully once it's all set up, you won't have to worry about it anymore.
No. Log in. Yeah, all right. Now to see if it works. Third time's the charm. Slow, but the charm. Okay, launch game. Loading. Come on, just show me something on the screen. Let's do it.
Your other computer is newer?
Yeah, like top of the line stuff, but like I'd have to bring it upstairs and find a room that has good Wi-Fi. And the only reason it's down there is for like VR. Oh, we're in! We're in! There's music! Holy shit!
Yeah, if you go to the cog, you can adjust the music volume and everything.
Whoa.
On the top right of the screen? Yeah, top right of the screen. If it's too loud. I know it's pretty loud by default, so I usually put it to about half for me.
This is the coolest thing ever. All right, I'm ready.
All right. Go ahead and click on your token and give me an initiative roll.
Click on my token. Doot. And now, where do I do this in the computer? Over here. I still use the app. Let's do roll.
If you have your sheet up, I think if you just click on the initiative part of your sheet, it'll
Oh, right.
roll it.
Okay. That open in the second tab. So I'll just close the app sheet because that wasn't working. Just open that up. There we go. Okay. Okay, so I've clicked on my token. Now I'm going to click on initiative. Where are you? Okay, no, this is just my character sheet. God dang it. I don't know what I'm doing.
I think it's
There we go. Boom.
kind of in the middle of your sheet. It says initiative, and you should be able to click on it.
Oh, my camera's on. It worked.
All right, got it. Also, I am getting a little bit of music when you talk, so you might need to turn that down a bit. I mean, in the background.
Oh,
I assume you're not using a headset, right? Yeah, so you might need to turn that down a bit. But, so, the first to act is going to be the zombie, actually. So these things come crashing through the brush up ahead, most likely drawn by your voices. The zombie... Oh. Yeah, I am getting some noise from you, so I might need you to turn down the volume more. Or some kind of background noise. I'm not sure if that's the music or...
Yeah, it's the music. I don't know how to lower it, but I just turned off the speaker.
Okay. So yeah, the zombie is going to start moving towards your group. He moves up 20 feet, and then he is going to take the dash action to move up another 10 feet, engaging with Scrap. Oh, I think I heard the a beep coming from you.
Yeah, I'm trying to figure out how to just turn all that off.
So if you go to text, I think it's
Audio.
text chat options,
Oh.
and you disable
There we go.
enable background chat sounds.
Yep.
Yeah.
All
right. So that guy went. The next to go is going to be this one, who also moves forward. And then he takes the dash option. Why wasn't the lead in front? Anyway, Scrap, you have 2 zombies on you. It's your turn. What do you do? What do you do, Scrap?
Oh, and Elite wasn't in front because I put them down before the zombie showed up.
Oh, well, you can move them around while we're getting set up. So yeah, let's say Elite was in front, just because that would make more sense.
Yeah,
so,
I wasn't trying to do anything like.
Yeah,
stupid.
whenever I first bring the tokens out, like you can move them around within like a 10 or 15 foot area. So yeah, what do you want to do, Scrap? Elite says, little help, as these things are coming at him.
Alright, I am going to cast Firebolt on the one on his right.
Alright, so you chant summoning fire energy. Oh, nice roll. Yeah, 20 is definitely going to strike it dead on. Not the best hit, though. Only doing 2 fire damage. The zombie is now looking angrily at you. Anything else?
Now it's my homunculus' turn.
I don't see him on the initiative. Does he always
He goes
go after
right
you?
after me. Yeah.
Oh,
Goes
okay.
after me.
So what you want to do is roll initiative for him and just change it to, like, in this case it would be 16.9.
I did that, but it just like disappeared.
Oh, because I changed the tokens, that's why. Alright, here, let me do it for you. Yeah, because I changed them out for the circular one. Alright, so what is the homunculus going to do?
He's gonna fly 20 feet in the air. He's gonna go right here and then just force strike the zombie on his right in the face.
Can he do that from 20 feet up? Is that a ranged attack?
It has 30-foot distance.
Alright,
If he's like right above him, it wouldn't be an issue.
Okay, so he is blasting down. Go ahead, give me a roll.
Actions, force strike. 1d4 plus 2 force damage. Okay, so it's just a d4.
Well, you have to roll an
Plus
attack roll. I believe.
Yeah, I forgot about that.
If
bit.
you click on the ability in the character sheet, it should roll.
Okay.
Okay, 10 is actually enough to hit him as the zombie is very slow moving. So now if you click on Force Strike, it should roll damage for you. In the chat, I mean.
That was another attack roll.
Oh,
You mentioned
in the
that.
chat.
Okay,
Yeah.
No.
Alright, nice shot. So he is blasted for 6 force damage as several pieces of flesh fly off of him, and he is kind of looking up at the thing and over at you. Anything else for the homunculus?
Nope, he's gonna chill right there.
Alright, so the zombie back here moves up And luckily they are slow moving, so he has to dash, engaging Elite. What is Elite gonna do? He's got 3 zombies on him now.
Okay. Elite is... What can he do? He has a lot of weapons. Fighting style... Oh, he has blind fighting. That's neat. Savage. What is... what is... What? You can always... Okay. That's what that is. He is going to take out his Warhammer, and he's doing that two-handed, so I should mark him.
Alright, so Elite pulls out his weapon two-handed, which is that symbol.
Cool. And he's gonna aim at the one to his most right.
Alright, the one that just got zapped.
Yep.
Alright, 16 will strike, bringing the Warhammer down on the creature. With a sickening thud. Oof, 10 points. Several bones snap. Probably ribs, as the creature is looking very wounded, but is still alive.
Let me see if he has any bonus actions that I can do with him real quick. Nope, I don't think he has any bonus actions. Nope, that's it for now.
Alright, this zombie is also going to make his way forward and then do a dash, actually moving towards Fen, but unable to get to him just yet. Speaking of Fen, bottom of the round, what are you gonna do? The front line's being overwhelmed.
Abilities, spells. Let's see, what should I do? What should I do? I'm gonna.
Is this the first time Fen's been in combat?
I don't think so in this month, but probably against these many creatures, yes.
Alright, so he might be a little shaky.
Yeah. Then pops out his dragon-scaled, dragon-eyed spellbook and his bejeweled dagger, and he ruffles through all the pages as quickly as he can. And as he says, his blade points to the air. This one, as he points it forward at the zombie that's coming at him, and he is going to cast ice knife.
Alright, so as the zombie is approaching, you chant as a knife of ice flies towards the zombie. Oh yeah, 22 will strike as he gets a knife of ice stuck in his gut for 7, which promptly shatters, forcing some saving throws as the area is riddled with ice shards. Let's see. Oh, look at that. The zombie completely doesn't even move. He just gets exploded. Torn up for another 6, putting him to wounded status as he falls below half. The other zombie nearby, oh, wow. Apparently he, pirouettes around the ice. He moves a lot quicker than you'd expect a zombie to move. Or maybe the ice shards just, maybe he was just shielded by his buddy. But he does not take any damage from the explosion. Anything else, Fen?
Let's see, do I have any bonus actions? I can't tell. Oh, I have to click on that. Okay, the one action. That should be bonus action. Nope. God dang it. Any of these. No? Okay, then I'll use one of my abilities. Where are you? Should be part of my racial stuff. 4.
Alright.
I should be able to leap out of combat after, but I need to find the button to click. I should be able to leap away as a bonus action, but I can't find it, so never mind for
Well,
now. That's it.
you still have movement. If you want to move away, you can move up to 30 feet. Because
Oh,
there's
there it is.
none of the zombies have engaged you yet, so they're not threatening you or anything.
Okay, then I will. Oh, I'm going to move. Well, I'm going to get just one diagonal back right, just to be closer to Scrap.
Okay, so you step back slightly. New round. The zombie goes. So he is going to lunge at Elite. Elite luckily jumps back, avoiding the attack. The badly wounded zombie is going to step forward. Coming at you, Scrap. But you, luckily, do you have a shield?
And I don't believe so, but I think my AC is 14.
Yeah. So you just kind of maybe screech as this thing's coming at you, but move out of the way as it swings. Scrap. What are you gonna do?
All right. I'm gonna grab out my dagger and just do a little stabby stab.
Alright, stabbing, it's no. So you're kind of freaked out by this smelly walking flesh pile and just completely whiff as you stab at it ineffectively. Anything else?
I probably should have done this earlier, but I'm gonna I'm not moving out of his throat range, but I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna draconic cry as my bonus action.
Okay, could you link that?
Yeah. Just give me 1 second. Boink.
Oh, nice.
Oh,
Alright, so that is used until you do a long rest, so go ahead and expend the resource, and you all have advantage until the start of his next turn. Okay?
And my homunculus is going to attack this thing.
Alright, so that ends Scrap's turn. The homunculus goes, I assume blasting down.
Yep.
Go ahead.
Boink.
Yeah, 16 is gonna strike, blasting him from above for 4 force damage, which is actually just enough. Unfortunately, he is a zombie and does not die easily, so he gets a con save to just not die. Oh, no, he does not die, so you blast his head to pieces and he is still walking around. Without the groan, because he doesn't have a head anymore. He is at 1 hit point instead of dead. Alright. The zombie up here is going to swing at Elite. Ooh. Elite
That
is
hits.
caught off guard as he watches the other zombie's head explode and gets punched in the back for 2 bludgeoning. Speaking of, what's he gonna do?
Quick question. What's dominance?
I don't know. If you click on it, it should give you the description.
It shows up as something in his attack wheel. Is that his main weapon?
Oh, yes, that is his weapon. Yeah.
Okay, now that I know that's his main weapon, I'm gonna switch to that to be true to the character. That, and I can just drop the warhammer for the moment.
Alright, so you drop the Warhammer and pull out Dominance. Did he take his 2 damage?
I didn't even see how much damage I had. Okay, 2. Yeah, I can do that real quick. Doink doink.
Oh, is it Whispering the
Alright.
Zombies rolls? Oh, no, it's there. Okay.
It's just the Combat Master covered it.
Gotcha. Alright, so you pull out
Okay.
Dominance, which is his axe, right?
I'm not sure what it is. I just noticed it. And, yep, I'm going to attack I'm going to attack the zombie no, the zombie that's about to die. Just get him out of the way.
Alright, you try to finish off this one that doesn't have a head. 12 will strike it. As you bring your axe down, doing 8 slashing. Unfortunately, again, zombie. So let's see. That is a con save DC 13. Oh, he's still alive as the axe cuts through him, and his torso now has a big gash in it, but he's not going down. Anything else for Elite?
I'm not gonna make him waste his action surge yet. We still have other stuff to do. Nope. I guess that's it.
Alright, this zombie here is going to shamble this way. Coming at you, Mal. Or Fen, sorry, not Mal. Fen. He's going to try to punch you. Ooh, but no, he stumbles and just whiffs as you maybe jump back out of the way. Fen, what are you going to do?
As I dodge his punch, I'm going to point my dagger straight at him and fire. Which one should I do? Which one should I do? I clicked it, so I think I'm gonna do that. Did I click it? Did I click it and it goes? Oh, okay. Thank God.
I didn't see it if you click something.
Thank God. Would have been good. Okay, and I'm going to. Come on, click it, and firebolt. Think.
Alright, so you chant casting Firebolt. Unfortunately, firing at something that is engaged in melee would be at disadvantage, but a 16 will still hit.
Right.
So he is burned for 8 fire. His body almost completely immolated, but he is barely standing. Anything else?
With my bonus action, then I will use my racial ability. Where are you? Rabbit hop as a bonus action. You can jump a number of feet equal to 5 times your proficiency bonus without provoking opportunity attacks. You can use straight only if your speed is greater than 0. The number of times you go to you get rid of. Yeah.
Alright, so you use one of your resources, so you can do that twice until you do a long rest. And where are you hopping to?
So I believe I'm gonna go.
So you can hop 10 feet at this level, because 2 times 5.
10 feet. 5 time. I'll go over here.
Alright, and you do still have your movement if you want to move even more. You have up to
Okay.
30 feet of movement.
30 feet of movement. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Yep. I'm gonna go over here with the rest of my movement.
Alright, you head north. Okay. That is it for you. New round, this guy is going to attack Elite with the flank, so +2, because he's got a guy directly behind. 18, I believe, will strike him. And Elite is punched for another 4. As he's taken off guard, these zombies surrounding him. It's like, damn it! How do you kill these? This one, who did not like getting hit with the axe and is now just a torso with arms, is also going to swing an Elite, but will miss. Scrap.
Alright, I'm going to stab at that guy with my dagger. Actually,
Yeah.
no, I should mark myself with having a dagger.
Yep, so just the symbol,
that
yeah, 3 swords. Alright, so you go for his shins, I guess. Yeah. Trying to stab him. 9 will strike it. For 1, he has to make a con save.
This time, you little shit.
DC of 6. Oh, 7. He
Fuck.
made it, so he does not go down. Anything else, Scrap?
I'm just...
Blasting him from above.
Yep.
Alright.
Throwing everything I got at this annoying thing. Dunk.
Why won't you? Yep, 14 will strike it as he's blasted from behind for another 5, giving him another Fortitude save. DC 10. Oof, he is still standing. This thing will not die. Zombie up here goes. He's gonna swing an elite again. Elite says, "Can we kill them? Do we have to fall?" As he is struck for another 3. Elite.
Okay. Da 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 da. Okay. Elite's going to. He's gonna disengage, and he's gonna maneuver himself right here.
Oh, all right. So no attack this turn.
No attack this turn. And Well, I just wanted to get him out of the line of fire of 3 different people.
All right. And apparently you will be taking his place.
I have a plan for that.
All right. Anything else, Elite?
No, he doesn't really have any bonus actions, and I want to save some of the stuff he can do. So, nope, that's it.
All right. This zombie, barely even noticing Elite run past, is going to swing at you again. Ooh, 22 is probably going to hit you.
Oh, most definitely gonna hit me.
So you are punched for 7 bludgeoning. A nasty hit. So I think that's max damage. All right, Fen. It's not looking good. These things will not die.
Ben just going to yell, "This is absolutely horrifying!" And will cast Infestation, but with the flavor that it's a bunch of daggers like the one he's holding, flying around trying to cut the zombie.
All
I'll
right.
say it's this one right here. Has to be line of sight. How do I indicate what target? Target.
You can click and hold to ping the map. So like that.
That guy.
This guy, all right, go ahead and link infestation.
Infestation. And fire.
All right, con save. So he would fail the con save. However, zombies, being undead, are immune to poison. So being poisoned does nothing to him, and he doesn't even seem to notice your infestation.
Oh God, no!
All right, that's it for you. This thing is gonna walk up to poor Scrap. Ooh, 18. Assume that's gonna hit you.
Damn. Most definitely.
3 more bludgeoning. This zombie here. He can't get at your thing flying around, so I guess he's gonna punch you. That will miss though, luckily. Scrap.
All right. I really didn't want to do this, but I hope the zombies are dumb. And wait, let me just look at this real quick, see if I even can. I'm gonna cast Sanctuary on myself and hope they're dumb enough to realize that they're not hurting me.
All right, go ahead and link Sanctuary as you spend a first level spell. Yep, they have to make a Wisdom save. Okay, so that's it for you. You're Homunculus.
All right, and I'm gonna have my Homunculus tap that guy right there.
Another blast from above. So far, it has not killed him, unfortunately. Oh yeah, 23 will definitely hit him. Or 4, so he has to make a DC 9 saving throw.
Come on, you stupid zombie. Die.
Oh, he fails. So there's a big blast as your homunculus shoots a hole right through the center of his chest, and just flesh goes everywhere. All right, the zombie up here gonna come down towards you.
The dagger. Oh, okay.
What's the DC? 13? Oh, he made it. Wow. He is going to try to punch you. Oh, but he will miss, luckily, as you dodge out of the way. Elite. Maybe questioning his choice to put you on the front line now.
He's gonna slash at this guy.
Alright, +2 for the flank.
Okay. Doink.
Yep, 12 will strike as he brings his axe down on the creature. Ooh, nice. DC 16 to see if you kill him. Oh man, he takes that axe hit and just turns around looking at Elite angrily. Anything else for Elite?
No. He's just gonna stay right there for the moment.
Alright, yeah, he's turning towards Elite. But luckily, Elite jumps out of the way as he is trying to punch him. Ben. What do you got? You there, Fen?
Oh, sorry.
Are you muted?
I was twiddling my mustache. It was okay.
Considering your
Okay.
options.
Let's see. Okay, if you're over there. Ooh. Okay, I'm gonna aim again at this guy. And I'm going to okay. This one. And I disappear both the book and the dagger. Put my hands in front of me and cast Burning Hands. How do I click it? Click. Where are you?
Alright, so that is a 15-foot cone, right?
Yep.
Alright, so yeah, you can avoid scrap if you angle it kind of upward. So I think they have to make deck saves. If you click on the spell, it should just roll it and make sure it minuses the spell slot, which I think it does automatically if you click the spell. All right, so yeah, I see it. So a stream of flame comes shooting out of your hands.
So
The first
I clicked
one,
on.
yeah, I see it. I see the roll.
Nice.
The first one will fail his save, taking 10 points of fire damage. The second one will... Oh, wow, he would make it. So I think he takes half, right? Yeah, half. So the second one will take 5 points of fire damage, and they both look mad at you now. What do you want to... Anything else?
Ooh. Da, da, da. I think I'm going to move to 5, 10, 15 right here. Get a better angle on that other guy.
All right, new round. This one is just going to try to move north, giving you an oppie if you want to take it. Scrap.
I attack while doing Sanctuary. Doesn't that drop it?
It will, yes.
I still got 2 zombies on me. I'm not going to take the Oppie, only because I don't want to take off Sanctuary for the moment. Sorry, Fen.
You good?
Oh, he catches you by surprise with a punch for 7 points of damage. Ouch.
Oh,
As
maybe
you,
not so good.
yeah, gives you a bit of a bloody nose there. So you are... So if you drop...
Bloody knows he took half my hit points.
Yeah, if you drop to half or below, you are considered wounded, because no one can actually see your hit points except you. So you give yourself that mark to let everyone know that you're. Because that's when you start showing actual signs of wounds. Is when you get below half hit points. Above half hit points is more just stamina usage to avoid hits.
Gotcha.
So that's it for him. This one is dead. Scrap.
Don't I have to make a con save for? Is it a concentration spell?
Sanctuary? No, it's not.
Okay. I'm just gonna chill and say, kill the things!
So
And
like
that's it.
dodge
And then I'm gonna have...
action or
Oh, I can make the dodge action? Yeah, I'll do that. I didn't know I could take actions while doing Sanctuary.
yeah, no, sanctuary is not concentration. It just sits on you. All
Okay,
right.
what's the... Is there a token for dodge, or do I just... I'm
Yeah,
just dodging?
it's this one. So you take the dodge action. What about your homunculus servant?
I'm gonna have him come up kind of right here and shoot this guy to see if he can get it off of Fen.
All right, so he takes a shot down at that one. 10 will strike it.
Okay.
After he punched Fen in the face, he gets blasted from the side. For 4 force damage. Fortunately, it does not wound him yet. This zombie here is as well unhappy about being hit by a bunch of fire. And I assume you're not going to take the Oppie?
Well, since he's off me, I'll take it.
Alright.
Screw it.
So as he's moving north, you stab at him. Yeah.
Oop.
I believe in you.
Bunk.
Yeah, 15 will stab him. So he
For
takes
1 damage.
1 point of damage. You might be reconsidering the choice to use the stagger. But that will get his attention, and he turns around and is going to swing at you instead. 7 will miss, luckily, because you are dodging. Elite.
Same thing. He's gonna try and kill this zombie in front of him.
Die. Yeah, 16 will land a solid hit. Let's see if he actually dies from it. He would not. And Elite probably yells in frustration. Damn it! And this one will turn towards Elite and try to punch him, completely missing. Fen, you seem to have gotten the zombie's attention.
All right. The zombie that's right in front of me.
It looks like he's getting ready to punch you again.
Not this time! And I fire another firebolt at him.
Alright. Close range, ranged attack is unfortunately disadvantaged, but luckily they aren't very armored.
Okay.
Oh, but 7 is just under what you needed, and that will miss. As the firebolt flies past it.
Scared. Ben is too scared. And fires out a firebolt, missing entirely.
Alright. So this thing is going to swing at you again.
Oh, God.
But luckily 10 is not enough, and you avoid the punch. Scrap.
I just realized I forgot to give myself the wounded marker. Boink.
Yeah, so you're a bit wounded from the hits you took.
And I am going to... No, this dagger isn't doing it for me. I'm just going to drop it. Did well on the ogre. This is obviously not an ogre.
Alright, so you drop
I'm just
the
gonna
dagger.
I'm gonna take the disadvantage, and I'm just gonna shoot that guy just to see if that can get him out of the way. It's annoying me.
Alright. Are all your cantrips ranged attacks?
Yep. It would be it. Well, that's not melee, so 6 obviously fails.
Yeah, unfortunately, having them this close is making it harder to target them, and yeah, that would miss. What about your homunculus?
Fire at that guy.
Alright. Split up the damage a little. Yeah, 9 is going to hit him. For another 3, which actually would wound it, as he falls below half health. The zombie here is going to try to punch you again. 18 will
Hits.
indeed land a hit, doing another 2 bludgeoning. Elite.
Okay, sorry. Wait, no, I did math wrong. Okay. Elite again. This fucker.
Just die already! As he hacks away at the torso that's punching him. Yeah, 21 will strike.
He's doing the best damage. Just this thing's rolling so well.
Yep. Unfortunate. Let's see a con save. Oh no, not that time.
Finally.
He cuts right through him. As the 2 halves of him fall to the ground, twitching. Elite roars in victory. He'd probably say, scrap, Fen, get back. Stay away from them. The zombie goes, he twitches on the ground. Fen.
I was gonna have him move up real
Yeah,
quick.
that's fine. He rushes
Just
up.
right here.
Oh, God. Okay. One more time. One more time. Closes his eyes, turns back, and extends his 2 hands forward and casts one more time. Burning hands.
That will hit your ally.
Oh, yeah, no, I don't want to do that. Don't want to do that. Okay. No. Okay, one more. Oh, this one. And he. Oh, wait, spellbook is back. Points the dagger forward and casts. Creature of your choice that you can see within range. Let's not do that. Let's do this one. It goes way up to 1 minute. And I'm going to cast Witch Bolt.
Alright, so you blast him with a Witch Bolt. Again, unfortunately, is a ranged attack, so that will be a disadvantage.
Yep.
But 15 will strike, blasting him for 6. And I believe Witch Bolt, isn't this a concentration?
Yep.
Alright, so mark yourself with the concentration thing, which, since you haven't done it before, it is this. And I think you can...
Where is it? Ooh, it's okay, right there. This one. Okay. Go.
And this
Just
will
making
last...
sure I'm aware.
Yeah, and this will last for a minute, so you want to put the minute timer on it. Get rid of one of your concentration marks. But yeah, so you have a Witch Bolt now stuck to this thing as it pulses with energy as you get ready to fire again. But that is it, I believe, for you.
Yep.
The zombie is, as he's turning towards Elite, is struck in the back by your Witch Bolt. He's going to angrily turn back towards you and try to punch you. Oh, and he does. For 2 bludgeoning, so not the hardest punch. However, because you're concentrating on the spell, I need a con save. DC 10 to hold the spell.
DC 10, there you go. Roll.
That's a D10.
Wait.
So if you,
if
you click on your sheet, there should be like a con save button. You could just click that, and it'll roll it for you.
Perfect. Where are you?
It's like the top left of your sheet, I think, or your saves.
Top left. Yep. Constitution. Go.
Oh, yes. All right. So you do indeed hold your spell even through the punch to the shoulder. Scrap.
App's gonna see how much he's failing at taking on a zombie by himself, so he's just gonna take the disengage action. And
run
then
away.
he is
Oh, and
going
this
to
thing's near
use his-
death, by the way. Sorry.
He's gonna kind of get a little bit of distance.
Yeah.
And he's gonna have his homunculus fire at this guy.
You still have 10 more feet of movement you could do, right? Because you can go 30
yep.
feet.
So,
Because
yeah,
you
sorry,
probably want to get as
about that.
far away from these as you can. Even though they're slow, they can still kind of move. Alright, so the homunculus servant blasts down at him again. 7, no, even with all the slowness, that will still miss him. Maybe like grazing his shoulder. So the zombie goes. He is going to try to follow you. Unfortunately, there's no one to stop him. 10, 15, 20. And then he's going to dash. And end his turn there. Luckily, no attack, though. Elite.
Elite's gonna, swing his dominance. That's the
Ah!
wrong one. Da-da-da-da-da. Boom.
8 will strike it. As he brings
And
the
I get
axe down for 11.
that. Was that the wrong one? Or am I tripping?
What do you mean?
Oh, no, I just did math wrong in my head. Sorry.
The +7 is if you had crit, which you had not, so it's just the 11.
Okay.
So
Okay, cool.
he has to make a con save. Oh no, he fails and is just cut in half.
Yeah.
And
Alright,
he
and then
yells,
Elite is...
yeah, go ahead.
I was just gonna have him dash and, Oh, no, he doesn't have bonus action dash. Wait, I gotta measure this out then.
So just as an FYI, oh, and the you can pick up the token and hit Q to measure it while you move it. If you press Q while you're holding the token, it'll do like a ruler while you move. So, yeah, so you could get there with 30 feet, ending your turn. Fen, zombies around you have been cut down by Elite, who is running south to get that last one. What do you want to do?
What did I just? I clicked on something. Not sure. I'd like to start moving towards them, and that means I lose my concentration and the witch bolt. So I click.
Do you lose concentrate, or do you lose Witch Bolt if your target dies?
I'm moving.
Oh, right, that's a...
The other zombies just like too far out of range for me to just switch the target. So just gonna move toward them. Move toward the world order.
Well, moving, you can usually move and hold concentration, but I don't think you can switch it anyway, because I think Witch Bolt does end when your target dies, because I'm not seeing a way you can switch it over to something else.
The spell ends by action. The spell also ends if the target is ever outside the spell's range or if it has total cover from you.
Yeah.
Nice.
So because it's down, like, I guess you could keep frying it while it's on the ground, but yeah, it wouldn't do you much good.
I'm gonna spend my time moving there.
Yeah.
Then I will. Where's my cantrips? Where are you? Where are you? Oop, and I will let loose a firebolt.
Alright, the zombie has some cover from Elite, so he has a little bit improved AC. Go ahead and give me a firebolt attack. Wait, I see it on one screen, but not the other. Alright, so 8 would usually hit, but unfortunately Elite is in the way, and the bolt will hit him instead, luckily doing no damage because he's armored.
Oh.
He's like, hey, careful!
It's shaken.
Alright, new round, zombie is dead. Scrap.
I'm gonna take the dodge action. And
Alright.
yeah.
So you dodge, hoping this thing doesn't hit you. Homunculi.
He has 30 feet of movement, but he also no.
It's
I'm
like
gonna
you're a
have
little
him
drone up above.
call in an airstrike. Yep, he can make it just close enough.
Well, and his attack has a 30-foot range. So
yeah, but he's 20 feet in the air as well.
Yeah, so you wouldn't have to worry about, like, attacking adjacent enemies with a ranged attack. So you're blasting down at the zombie.
Or strike.
Oh no, that is gonna miss. Just kind of zaps him in the back, but doesn't do any damage. The zombie is going to go for you, Scrap. Though luckily at disadvantage because you dodged. 21 becomes a 15.
Yeah, 15 does still hit. My AC is 14.
Alright, so 6 bludgeoning. So yeah, he gets a powerful punch on you, putting you to near death. Elite.
Elite is going to swing dominance on him.
Oh!
Keep tapping on the wrong character sheets. Boink.
Oh yeah, Elite will indeed connect with a 23 for 10 slashing. Once again, proccing the Undead Fortitude. That will kill him. So the group is safe for now. What do you want to do?
We need a rest. I didn't expect zombies to be so tanky.
Elite says, damn it, those things wouldn't die.
That was the most frightful situation I've ever been in.
Are you two alright? You look kind of wounded.
They drew blood from me.
Scrap's gonna say, this is nothing compared to the amazing beatings of my old master. Anyway, we need a rest. By the way, trial by fire passed.
I was gonna say, he's still
Just
alive.
barely.
So, welcome to the group. And Elite goes to shake your hand.
I shakily raise my hand. Hi. Thank you.
So,
Is
first,
it
You
like
know,
the second
it only
day?
gets worse from here.
Oh, God. Oh,
this is
What? I signed up for adventure.
first time in combat.
Of this magnitude, yes. Oh, this is nothing like the little critters and creatures of my world. Usually I stay close to home.
This was a bit surprising. I wasn't expecting to find zombies just walking around the forest. Any idea what's going on, Scrap? Do you know anything about undead?
Well, based off just general knowledge, from what I do know, I believe they normally are either brought back by something, or well, that's really it. But I have a feeling it has something to do with the fact we're going to a crypt. Crypts are known for having sentinels, zombies, things that go bump in the night.
He says, "Wow, that doesn't sound fun." Well, like you all said, we might want to take a rest, bandage our wounds, but I'm also kind of worried more of those things might show up.
I would like
For
to
now,
get
it's
to
probably
safety as
smarter
well.
to get back into town, get back all of our resources we lost in this very random excursion.
Yeah, I need to rest and maybe prepare mentally a bit more for our future together.
When we're in town, we can buy you some liquid courage. Very useful.
Hey, that fire trick was pretty neat, Elite says. The way you roasted those guys. I haven't seen that
Thank
before.
you. Thank you. I was meaning to try and practice my aim a bit better, but I'm glad I hit it a few times.
As well, I'm just glad you didn't roast me by accident, so I'll take that as a
So
win.
sorry. I didn't think I would hit you, but I'm a bit new to this.
He says, well, luckily the armor took most of that bolt to my back, so I won't hold it against you. So just FYI, because you have Arcana, did any of you have Alchemy?
Let me check. I was gonna take it, but I think I do have a proficiency with alchemy supplies.
Okay, so you would know that zombies have an essence that can be collected, which you can use to do like rituals. You can use it to make magical components, and can also be used in like crafting certain magical items.
Yeah, I'll collect all that essence.
You can use alchemy or religion.
I can do a religion. I have 5 in that.
Alright, so then I can take a check from both of you, and I'll use the highest if you want to work together.
Let's do it.
Like I said, either
Wait, am I
alchemy or
rolling with-
religion.
Am I rolling with my alchemy supplies?
Yeah, you can use... So with the alchemy supplies for this, I'll let you use either intelligence or wisdom to collect the essence.
I'll use intelligence.
Okay.
Intelligence. Submit.
Alright, and Ven?
Boop.
I assume you're making a religion check.
Yep.
Alright, so the two of you work together, and I'll say the 17, since that's the higher one. You take a couple of minutes, and let's see if anything happens in those few minutes. Nope, seems okay. You manage to collect 25 gold pieces worth of zombie essence. Which
That's
you
the
can...
party
Yeah, I
treasury.
was going to say either party treasury or if one of you wants to keep it on yourselves. But alright, so you add it to the party treasury.
Boom.
And you said you're trying to head back to town? Or do you want
We
to try
need
to
a long
rest
rest.
here or then head back to town?
I think we should.
Elite would say
He could rest here.
Elite would say I would agree with Fen on this. If we get caught in the road by bandits and we're as wounded as we are, that could be it for us. So maybe a quick rest to recover and then back to town for a proper rest.
At least a nap, yes, please.
What do you say,
agree.
Scrap? Alright. So he says, well, Robin, why don't you see if you can look around for a suitable resting spot using your survival? Robin says, sure. No, that's stealth.
How do I use?
And I'm gonna
this
badger
mechanic?
Ramen about passing out in the middle of combat.
Badger who?
I made a joke saying
Oh,
that I'm gonna badger Robin for passing out in the middle of combat.
he just gives you a look and is like, quiet. So yeah, you can use Arcane Recovery. I think you get one of those per day, so you can regain, what is it? Recover. Well, you have to wait till the short rest finishes, but you can say you're attempting to do that. So yeah, you find a good spot to rest, or at least Robin says it's a good spot. Let me roll to see if anything happens while you're resting. Since you did find a decent spot, that's a reduced chance of random stuff. Yeah, you managed to pass an hour in this hidden area, so go ahead and spend your hit dice or whatever you want to do, regain resources for your short rest, such as Arcane Recovery. You would use and regain some spells.
So after I click short rest, should I just add one of my spell slots back?
Yeah, let me make sure your short rest button is set up correctly, because you kind of have to do it manually. So, let me see, Fen.
During this short rest, can I take the? How long? Actually, give me a second. I need to figure this out. Infuse item.
Okay, so Rabbit Hop is regained on a long rest, right?
Let's take a look.
So
You gain all experience when you finish a long rest. Yeah.
Alright, so use one of those. You have one left. If you click on the cogs on the resources, you can set when they are regained. Like I just set the Rabbit Hop to a long rest.
Oh, nice.
Arcane Recovery is also a long rest. Short rests, yeah, you have 2 of 2. Those are recovered on a long rest. What's the Awakened Spellbook ritual?
I don't know.
Let's see.
Awakened spellbook ritual. Awakened spellbook. I see that. Using special prayer ink and I awakened it. Cast a wizard spell with the spell so you can temporarily place its damage type with it. Oh right. I can switch fucking damage types. Whoa. I completely forgot about the whole reason of being a scribe wizard. Okay, yeah. Oh wow. Okay, cool. Use a normal casting time rather than that. And I can do a normal cast on a ritual. Okay, but I can't do it again till after a long rest.
Okay, so it's a long rest recovery. All right. So I'll put that as a long
Long,
rest.
but that's for after I can when you cast a wizard spell as a ritual. I'll just click on the thing so y'all can read it too. When you cast a wizard spell as a ritual, you can use the spell's normal casting time rather than adding 10 minutes to it.
Yeah.
Once you use this benefit, you can't do it. So it's one per long rest for that thing. And there's more. You can place a book over the course of another rest. Your spell book's consciousness is summoned. That's about changing your book. Awaken the form of your book.
Yeah.
Spell casting. Oh,
So yeah, it's once per long
I don't
rest.
even need a spellcasting focus anymore. That's funny.
Well, I think the book acts as a spellcasting focus for you, right?
Yeah, well, that's funny. Okay, don't even need that bejeweled ruby dagger. All right, that'll just be my dagger then. God
Well,
dang it.
what spell was that for?
That was just all of them. I was just using it as a wand for a spellcasting focus.
Okay, so yeah, the only thing you would need is if a spell required like a named item that was that had a value, you would need that, or
Oh,
like if it used something.
perfect.
But if it requires anything like a bit of yarn or something, you could say your focus is supplying that, because usually it would be your focus or your components pouch. So in this case, it
So,
would be your focus.
so the awakened spellbook. So that means that the spellbook itself is now also a focus.
Isn't that what it said?
Yeah, I'm just making sure because that's wonky to me. That's cool, but wonky. The previous
Uh,
book still existed somewhere. All the spells vanished from its page. Okay. Um.
Let me read it.
mm,
Where's the thing about it being a focus? What paragraph are you looking at?
Oh, awakened spellbook. Let me click it again.
Well, I
Click
see
there.
the thing. It's a big thing. So
Oh,
you know
which
which
one?
paragraph it is?
Second paragraph.
You cast wizard spell.
Oh no, the one before that. Sorry. You can use this book.
Oh, you're holding the book. It grants you the following. It can be use the book as a. Okay, so yeah, so that basically, if you're using that, you don't have to worry about components.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Perfect.
So
I added a dagger with a jewel in it for no reason. Okay, I'll have a dagger. Cool.
yeah. And as for the previous question, I don't think any of your stuff is recovered on a short rest, but yeah, so you use your arcane recovery, so that goes down to 0, and go ahead and add some spell slots in, because you have to do that manually. It won't do it for you.
Gotcha. I think I can only add one right now.
Yeah, because you're only level 2.
No, where are my slots?
It's under spells, it's here.
There we go.
So you can give yourself back a level 1 spell.
There we go.
Alright, and you can spend hit dice to heal as well. If you click the short rest button, it should ask you how many hit dice you want to spend.
Short rest. How many of these? I'll do 2.
I have
Actually,
none. I have no hit dice left. That's funny.
I'll do 1 then. I'll stick with 1. Roll! Did it roll? Oh no, gotta roll it. Roll! Oh, nice. 6.
Alright, so
There
you
you
would
go.
gain back 8 hit points. So now you just want to add that to your HP, because it does not automatically add it. So you're at 13. You're feeling much better. After an hour of tending to your wounds, you're definitely feeling more ready to go. Unfortunately, unfortunately, scrap still kind of looks like crap.
Oh,
Oh,
This is elite hit die. This is elite.
5. All right, so elite regains 5. So he's looking better. And now the group is heading back to town. Yes. All right.
Look up elite and say, "Can I sit on your shoulders like a mounted turret?"
He says, sure, buddy, if that'll work. But also, I'm in the front a lot, so I don't know if that's very safe.
It was just supposed to be funny. He's just gonna get down.
He says, funny. Huh. I don't have a sense of humor. He gives you a wink. Alright, traveling music. So the group is heading through the forest, trying to find their way back to Char. Do you want to travel along the road or through the forest as you go back?
I feel like there's dangers with both. Bandits on road, monsters in forest, but I feel like we can deal with bandits. Let's do the road.
Alright, you travel by road. A couple of hours pass, but no bandits attack you. So the group manages to get back to Char around 3 p.m. And map change. Home sweet home. So, of course, the guards will let you enter the town from the west, and you are once again in the town proper. Several people run up to you as they recognize you, saying, Heroes, we heard about what happened at the farm. Is everything all right?
Everything's fine. A bunch of zombies came and kicked our asses after. They're double dead now.
Bunch of people look at you wide-eyed. Zombies? What? The bandits hire zombies? How is that? Do they have a necromancer?
No, we just found out that they were investigating something creepy, and then we went to go look, and then zombies just happened to be on the path, and they kind of kicked our asses, so we need a nap.
The guard kind of walks. He's like, "All right, give them room. Everyone, go home. Go back. Go about your business." And they all kind of move on. So, what does the group want to do? It's 3 o'clock in the town.
I'm not used to this.
Can I check on Melody and see how her potion supplies is doing? Or like her setup is going so far?
Sure. What did you say, Fen?
I'm not used to this much attention.
You get used to it, Elite says. It can be kind of annoying sometimes.
Especially when that one's around, and he's just gonna point to Robin, who's probably singing a song to the ladies.
Yeah, Robin's like, I guess I'll go to the inn. I'll see you gents later. Alright, so... Scrap, you said you're going to the marketplace. Fen, do you want to go with him, or you have something else you want to do, since we're kind of in downtime in town right now?
I'd like to check in with Doru and tell him about the adventure I just had.
Okay, so you are going to the market as well. Oh, Elite would say, we have a room at the inn, so if you want, I would say you can get a room and stay with us there as well. That's kind of where we're using some back room there as a base of operations.
Sleeping girls backpack a lot. Don't tell him.
Yeah.
Oh,
All right.
that would be mighty nice. Thank you.
So Fen goes to speak with Doru. So Scrap, you go into Melody's shop. Says, "Oh, hello, Scrap. Oh my goodness, are you all right?"
I got my ass kicked. It's okay. And I'm gonna...
She says, "No,
Grab
no,
the-
come here right now." She says, "Sit on the table, please."
Ooh,
I have things for you.
So she is going to walk over and cast Cure Wounds on you. I'll say twice.
Oh, neat.
Giving you back 12 hit points.
Nice.
She says, there, you look better now. So what happened?
We killed 2 ogres, and then after that, we ventured on to look into a crypt that was on the map. And then some zombies kicked our asses on the way. We didn't even get to the crypt. And we got these. And I'm going to hand her the components, the zombie components, and say, is there anything useful you can make for us with these?
She looks at them. She says, oof, undead? She asks, are these undead?
I think so. Well, they're double dead now.
oh yes, we took care of that.
Are you with him right now, Fen?
Oh, I thought I was. If I'm
Alright.
not, that's okay.
No,
Take
we-
out that last line.
We could say you are. Maybe you'll to go see Doru after this. So she would say, "Oh, who's this? Haven't I seen you around Doru's stall? You look familiar."
Hi, yes, I've been helping him out every now and then. He's so kind. Now I seem to be on a larger adventure.
She nods. She
You
says,
guys ass
"Well,
kicked by some zombies too.
well, if he's with you all, then it doesn't surprise me. You're always getting into trouble." She says, "Well, welcome to my healing shop. I am Melody."
Hi, Melody. I'm Fen Velour Telrat.
Well met, friend. As you can probably see, I am a servant of Palor, as she gestures to the big Palor symbol on her armor. She says, "It's thanks to these heroic friends of mine that I was able to start this shop to help the people of the town. So if you need anything, just let me know. I'm here to
Thank
help."
you.
And as for your previous question, Scrap, I can probably make these into religious components, though I don't know how much use those will be to your group. Do any of you use divine magic?
Divine.
Does.
Ooh.
Oh, Scrap, because you have alchemy, you know that you can also make these into religious components. It just takes time.
I'm gonna look around and say, do you mind if I store these here for the moment until I can find a use for them?
She says, "Yeah, sure. If you want, you could just leave them." She just points to a cupboard. She says, "Just put them in there. Please mark them so I know what they are." And yeah, so you
Use.
can mark on your, I guess, I guess
I put it in the
Melody.
party treasure already.
Yeah, I guess Melody isn't technically one of your locations, but you can mark just some mark in some way that the components are at her shop, just so you know. And she says, "Well, is there anything else I can do for you?"
Not at the moment, but thanks for storing them.
Of course. And if you tell Shock, or if you see Shock, tell him I'll be by the inn tonight to speak with him. And the two of you are heading to see Doru.
Yeah, and as he's walking away, he's gonna say very loudly just to mess with her.
Shock and Melody sitting in a tree, doing whatever humans do when they're with each other alone.
Says, "Oh, quiet you." She kind of maybe blushes a little, closing the door to her healer shop.
And then he's gonna look up at Finn and say,
All right, lead the way.
Off to Doru. Whew. And I hop away.
All right, so you two head to the north part of the marketplace. And sure enough, you see old Doru is there mixing some potions. You said you have or you have Arcana, right?
Yep.
Scrap.
I think both of us do.
Do
Let
you
me check.
have history?
I do not have history. I have Arcana. I just
Okay.
have a +3 in history.
So Doru, while he does look like a nice old man, he is wearing several robes with arcane markings on him, and a golden medallion on his around his neck with a strange symbol on it, which you can't place. He'll see
Make
you
an
to.
Arcana check and
It would be more
Sorry.
history to know about the medallion.
okay.
So as you approach, he says, "Oh, Fen, it's you. And who is this small one?"
This little guy is Scrap. Oh, you were right, Doru. There's so much more adventure out here than I thought. Oh, I shouldn't have been so scared. Oh, God, it was dangerous. But this little guy, he really knows what he's doing. He makes things go boom.
He looks at you, Scrap. He says, "Wait, aren't you one of those heroes who brought the caravan into town?"
Yes. He's also now part of the group. Trial by fire. He didn't die.
"Oh, you had told me, Fen, that you were looking to speak with them. It seems like the conversation went well if you have joined their group."
Oh, splendidly. It went better than I could have ever imagined. Thank you, Doru. I didn't think my adventure would be so wonderful.
Says, of course. Happy to help. So, what can I do for you, young one?
I just wanted to check in with you, make sure you knew that. Well, I found a way. Found some people, some adventuring. Wondered if maybe we could help you now.
Says, help me. I'm not really in need of much. The town as a whole probably needs you more than I do. I've done fairly well throughout the siege. I luckily did have some food and some other supplies saved up that I've been using, and my alchemy skills have gotten me fairly good payments from Blackwater, as he's needed my expertise several times. So I'm well, young one. You don't have to worry. He says, I'm more worried about you and the town.
Yeah. Hi, the people seem a bit weary. Is there anything we can do?
He says, well, what about Scrap? Do you know of anything that Fen can do to help the town during these troubling times?
Aye.
For the
In any
most
way.
part, right now, it would probably be helping us to clear out the bandits. But I do have a question for you.
Of course.
Blackwater seems kind of a bit of a hermit, and I question his intentions. They seem good for the most part, but if you don't mind me asking, what exactly is he having you brew for him as an alchemist?
Oh, well, he's had me creating potions of healing for several weeks now. He said that he and his mercenaries will need them for his expedition. Well, do you know anything about the Blackwater family?
I know they're rich, and I know that they don't normally reside in small backwater towns like this.
He says, yes, quite rich. His mother, Patience Blackwater, is their family holds the second seat on the council of the Tyvanus ruling. The Council of Tyvanus, the ruling body of the empire. To say his family is rich is a bit of an understatement. As for why he's out here, well, you'd have to ask him that. I knew his family when I worked in Tyvanus under the direction of the Phoenix Guild back when I was a professor, though I never met any of them in person. I just know of them and or what would be intentions now. I don't know.
You have one more.
Yeah,
Well, two more questions, more accurately.
of course.
Were you here before the Blood Hand showed up? And he's gonna say that bit a little bit quieter.
Says, yes, I've been here for several years. I retired out here a little while ago. I have a niece who lives in town, you see. But the Blood Hand showed up a couple of months ago.
Have you heard anything of their activities or really know anything about them?
I know they're not the most reputable group of people. They're known for being quite brutal. They actually operated within the capital as well. So I know that you should be cautious if you're having to deal with them.
I won't say much more there. But thank you for your help.
Oh yes, of course. And I am an alchemist. If ever you need a potion brewed or need to unload maybe something that is more unique that normal shops won't buy, I can pay you for it.
Ooh.
He's gonna rub his eyes, knowing full and well that he probably should have just brought the zombie stuff here. And he's just gonna ask,
If you were to have components from a zombie that can be turned into religious components, is there anything you'd think you'd be able to do with that?
Oh, well, there are several divine spells that require costly components. So, yes, I believe that if I had those components, it would help in the casting of those spells. And this, of course, assumes that I was a cleric or a priest, which I am not, but I'm sure that if you found one, they'd want to buy those off of you. For example, the Raise Dead spell, I think, needs a 500 GP diamond, which you can replace with components.
Scrap's gonna rub his eyes and say, okay, so they're only useful for Groll. Okay.
He says, there's
No
also,
potions I need.
it says, no, crafting potions requires nature components, which can usually be found in the form of rare herbs. Sometimes, well, he says that's for healing anyway. I guess if you were crafting certain other potions, maybe like a necrotic resist potion, you could use religious or arcane components for that.
I guess that could be useful.
I myself more specialize in healing type potions and some other recipes that I possess. But yes, I suppose I could use those religious components if you wish to sell them. Or the zombie essence. I could make it
I
into
think I'm just
religious
gonna.
components.
I was just curious if there was some other use for them because, like, if we're gonna use them, I want to use them with a player character and not with Groll's NPC character personally.
So the
That's
only
why I was trying to see
thing
if there's any.
So, as an artificer, the only thing I can think of when making magical items, you need to use a certain amount of components as well as essence. Depending on the power of the item you're making, you need a certain level of creature's essence. So, like a zombie's essence might be needed for making a common magical item because their CR is like 1/4. They're really low. But like if you want to make something more powerful, you need to have the essence of a more powerful being, if that makes sense. Like a vampire or something, or a wraith.
So it's probably gonna take more essence and more components if I want to make that crossbow.
Yeah, I think like a +1 crossbow is an uncommon magical item. I think you need at least like a CR4 creature's essence for that. I'd have to look, but
Thinking more like I was thinking about the net crossbow thing.
oh, that isn't magical, so you wouldn't actually, yeah, you wouldn't need special components for that. That's more just your own like mechanical and spending time on it. Which you will have a day of downtime today if you want to put it towards that project.
Okay. And now, if there's anything Finn like to do, I'll let him take the reins.
Yeah, Fen, you want to do anything here?
I'm thinking maybe with the healing herbs, I can maybe stock a few healing potions on me so that when I get all screwed up in battle, I can just swallow something and keep going.
So so you're asking Doru for a healing potion?
Doro, I know you specialize in these things. Do you know of any way I can stay alive in these battles?
Says, well, of course, healing magic is the quickest way of recovering from a wound or a loss of stamina.
Healing
I
magic.
He says yes, often employed by clerics, but not just clerics. Of course, potions are an option, which I do have, but they are quite costly to make.
Ooh. Well, as you know, I am not strapped for cash, but I can see what I can do. If you have a recipe you can give me, I might be able to find some herbs to craft something, and that should keep me alive for a while. But this healing magic, I might have to read into this.
He says it's generally divine magics employed by clerics or priests.
Divinity, I don't think I can touch this. Potions for now will do.
Give me a persuasion check.
Where are you? Persuasion. Oh, okay. And lift off. Come on. Oh.
Oh. So he would say, Well, I'm more than happy to make you a healing potion if you can find the ingredients. Unfortunately, I can't really just give them away as they are quite expensive to brew.
Of course, of course. I will bring as many ingredients as you need. I just want to stay alive.
He says you would need to brew healing potions. You would generally need to have knowledge of herbalism, which is the herbalism kit, which I don't think anyone in the group has.
Interesting.
But he says, but if you do happen upon, do you have knowledge nature?
Yes.
So you actually do know quite a bit about rare herbs. So you could spend time looking for them if you're in a wooded area or some place of nature. It just takes time, and you might be able to find some. He says,
Right.
I mean, you probably helped Doru pick some, but he says, yeah, if you find some, just bring them to me, and it'll take time, but I can probably make you a potion. I won't charge you, of course. After all, you're doing so much for the town. I would just need the ingredients.
Thank you. I will bring as many as I can find, and then some.
He says, of course. Anything else, you two?
That's all I needed to know.
All right. So I guess, yeah, Scrap and Fen. Are you doing anything else for the day today?
He'll work on his crossbow designs and open up the blacksmith shop.
All right. So
Oh
you
yeah,
can,
that's like bro.
yeah, you can put a day towards that project. Just record that. Fen, are you familiar with downtime projects?
Yes, but I feel like the only thing Fen would do is like peruse a library to try and find either more about the culture around him or some spells.
So the only library in town belongs to Blackwater, and he's not currently admitting
Yeah.
anyone. I think the group has been hesitant to talk to him, right, Scrap?
A little bit, yeah.
So
We just don't really know his intentions, so.
yeah, so the group doesn't have the best relations with him yet. So he's probably not going to let you use his library.
So I'll probably
Said I need
ask
a week.
to talk about that.
Go ahead. What did you say?
Didn't you say I need about a week in total of downtime to get it done?
Yeah, 5 days.
Okay.
5 days of downtime. If you're working on a design for your crossbow net. All right. So, you could also, Fen, try to like learn a language, or you could just hang out at the bar if there's nothing in particular you want to do yet.
That sounds nice to go try and
Just
converse with
talk.
people and learn about them.
Just
And then
talk to
eventually
people.
maybe learn their language. Yeah.
Okay. So the day is passing. Let's see if any events happen. They do not. So it's a fairly quiet day. The town is still a bit. Is still. There's a little bit of unrest because the bandits are still at large, but there's no bandit attacks. No one comes running into the gate screaming about anything. So yeah, you can pass the day. You would get a day toward your downtime, minus expenses for the day, which I assume is just a gold piece for all of you, unless anyone wants to live comfortably.
Yeah, it's a cool piece.
Ooh.
And it is
Oh,
now.
I get it.
Yeah. So yeah, generally, like if you pass the day in civilization, instead of like paying for the inn and paying for your food, it's just like kind of base expenses.
Nice.
So it'd just be a gold piece for the day. All
You're
right.
gonna have to take out of the party treasury for this one.
Oh, this
Yes.
is cool.
You're just stealing from the party treasury now.
It's a whole mechanic I didn't even know about. I love it. Awesome.
So it is
Robin
the.
said I could do that if it's what I had to do.
All right, fine. Robin. Robin
Gotta
says
lose your gold.
Yeah, we might want to split the gold at some point so you have money, but sure, you can just use that for now. So it is 9 a.m. of the next day. Go ahead and do a long rest.
Ooh.
And this might be a good place to stop because we are at 2.
Nice.
But yeah, got through an encounter, got the group assembled, and yeah, hopefully we'll have our third next week, and maybe even more people. We'll see.
Oh, I hope
Uh,
everything's okay with the third.
yeah, like I said, it's weird that he just didn't say anything. I hope
Mm.
everything's okay with him. But or go ahead.
Well, I'm good. Just zipping
Okay.
something up.
So usually we do an MVP vote at the end of the game, but since there's only two of you, you can only both vote for each other, so it's kind of silly. So just give me a D20 roll,
Ooh.
both of you, and we'll just roll for MVP. Now the all right, so I don't do inspiration, but I do have story points. You start with one, so you have one right now, and you can have up to 10 of them. So you would have won the MVP vote for today, Fen, and you would now have 2 story points. And like inspiration, you can spend those to gain advantage on a roll.
Should I add that as like
Yeah, add it as a
Glad you expend it
resource.
before you do the roll.
Yeah, it was exact. It's the exact same as inspiration. But you can add an inspirate or a resource called story points, and just say you
Story
have 2 of them, and you can have up to 10. So you have like 2 of 10 right now, and those don't recharge on a rest or anything. They're just one-time uses.
so should I put the total at 10 or put the total at 2?
Totals 2.
Total
You just
2 and then
you can have up to 10 of them. Yeah.
gotcha. And then on a long rest reset. Boom boom.
Well, no, they don't reset on a long rest.
Oh,
You
cool.
just get them if you win MVP or if you do a journal.
Awesome.
Yeah.
That is so cool. Oh, this is so fun. Dang it.
All right. Well, yeah, good game, everyone. And welcome to the group. Sounds like
Thank you
you
for having me.
yeah, sounds like you had fun.
Oh yeah.
Did you say you had other people that might be interested in playing?
I'm trying to get a couple of buddies into the tabletop role play in general, but they're hesitant about it. They're 26, like my age, so they still have that old stigma on it. I'm like come on, it's a new world. Come, just join. It's okay. And
Yeah.
they're just nervous to call themselves nerds.